Hello, hello. I'll be forgetting to say hello, people. Hello, 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 everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. This is my review of the Real Housewives of Potomac. This is season 3, episode 3. It is currently 3:50 in the morning. Now, I'm only doing reviews this late because I am off work tomorrow. So I'm like, let me just get them on the way so that I can have them on the way. Tonight's, or should I say this morning's lipstick is Love Drunk. It is an Urban Decay color, and I do love it. The birds are outside chirping. The early bird catches the worm. You know, I had a crazy, restful weekend. I was like in a little funky mood. I just felt like I was just drained and just overwhelmed with the amount of reviews and stuff I have been doing and working my regular full-time job. So luckily I had today off. But yeah, so I'm like, let me get into it and get these reviews done, honey, because on Monday I have stuff to review later on tonight that comes on 8 o'clock. So yeah. Season 3. Yes, I'm wearing my I'm Fat shirt. The shirts are still available for the next 3 days. After that, they will not be made anymore. The mugs, are no longer available. So yeah, I had them available for a while. They're no longer available. But the link to get the shirts are in the description box below. The link for the cups is there too, but they're not available anymore. I'm gonna delete it out eventually. The episode starts off with this crazy ass press conference that Karen can't, that Karen called. Karen. Look, I think Karen is a bit batshit crazy. Who calls a press conference with no goddamn on press? Where was the press at the press conference? Then you have them there ask some questions about you, but you won't answer any questions. You brought them to talk about you, but you really won't answer nothing. You're not even. It was a waste of time. Somebody else could use that goddamn conference space. You had them eating peanuts and water. I just don't think that's even the smart thing to do. With paper and pencil, girl, look by. She was saying how, I think Giselle then asked, is Ray being indicted for these sex charges? And I can't talk on that. That's about him. It's a legal matter. I do think that's what she's saying is true. In legal matters, you're not supposed to speak about stuff like that. But I don't think if you're saying if someone is or isn't indicted, that's not you speaking on the matter itself. That's just saying, well, yeah, the person charged with murder, but I can't say who they murdered, how they murdered them, and what the weapon was. So it's it's a difference or whatever. Just at this point, the girls are all over it because Karen is pissed. She raised her voice. She don't want to talk about nothing. They like, okay, well, we done then. We can just go home. Honey, Giselle take her jacket off to show the back of her shirt, bitches, and she see the whole, free Uncle Ben, free Karen, the whole tax reform or whatever. It was a messy, petty shirt. It was very messy. It was very petty. I can see, because Giselle is saying how it was supposed to be a joke. Karen don't find it funny. Karen, like, you was not being a friend to me. You was being petty, petty, petty boots. And I ain't here for it. You got Monique saying, now that's just young and petty. Monique, shut up. Monique just got on my nerves sometimes. I just want her to be quiet sometimes. I found it both petty and funny. Petty because it was petty, as we can clearly see. But funny as in, y'all are in a way in the prisoner of this rumor that y'all is having money issues. So it's like, free y'all both, let them be free or whatever. But I feel my friends wouldn't do that. My friends wouldn't wear a shirt saying free Jay Lee if I was going somewhere for tax debt. They wouldn't do any of that stuff. It's a full ass mess. I think y'all all too old to be going through all this bull crap. Karen in that goddamn leopard print suit. Not a leopard print suit. It's the army fatigue suit. I guess she was going to war. I guess the big Gucci belt was her goddamn WWE safety belt. I don't know what it was, but I don't care. Candace. We see the whole thing with Candace. I can see now that Candace's whole point on this show is going to be talking about her wedding and or talking about the fact that she has this white man who she never thought I'd marry a white man, let alone a white man who initially when I met him, he was like not rich like me or whatever. That's every time I see her, that's what she's saying. So I'm just assuming that's going to be her whole storyline. And it kind of sort of was. We see her going wedding dress shopping with her mama. even though her wedding is not for another year, she's looking at dresses now, which is fine. You want to go wedding dress shopping early, but again, I think her whole thing is gonna be her wedding, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but I feel like we don't even really know you, at all. So I just wish the scenes was something more about you planning a wedding. I don't know. It's just I don't care. Her mother has a lot of opinions. I can say that her mother does seem opinionated. When shopping for the dress, she was like, "I want you to have a lace dress that's fitting. Da, da, da. This is what I want you to have," and that's not what Candace wants. But I mean, I'm assuming maybe her mama paying for it. So I'm just like, if I'm paying for it, these are my 2 cents. I'm like, you need to calm down. This is my wedding. I know you're paying for it and all. I get that. And you can take all you want to take and talk about when we picking out like the cake and maybe even the plates. But with my dress, it's going to be fully me. I don't want your opinion at all. As far as what I should wear, because it's not about you. If you want to wear a dress, go ahead on. She tried on, I think, 2 dresses. I didn't like either one. But again, girl, bye. We see Monique back at home acting as if she's so busy, and she's just so busy in this big old mansion that she has with all these money that she's spending, and she got a fish tank in her kitchen. When she said, "Oh my God, I'm just so busy, I'm being pulled in so many different directions," you was getting pulled between the sink and the refrigerator about opening a bottle of wine. That's really it, honey. Monique has this mindset that she's so busy and she can't do both. And oh my God, girl. You make yourself busy. You technically don't have to do all the stuff you're doing. You can be a mom. And not only can you be a mom without help, you can be a mom with help. You have a choice for either or. I just don't. Monique saying, like, "Oh my God, my daughter's so clingy to me." You're her mama. You're a mother. Okay? I just don't see the need. I think it's kind of just hypocritical when a person who we see can afford help and isn't a single parent and don't really have a regular job that she has to work in order to make ends meet. You working because you don't want to be bored. That's what it is. I'm just so busy being put in so many different directions. Well, girl, put some of the directions down and just do whatever. Do one thing. You don't have to do 18 different things because you don't need the money. Most parents or moms, too, are just so tired and need help because they so busy working because they can't afford to not work. You can afford to not work, mama. So, I don't think she realized how she can come off offensive when she's crying busy in her new mansion with her nanny and her assistant. Her 2 young kids, and her husband who's retired. Was he a football player? All tea, all shade. I don't care. Anywho, we see Ashley come over, and they're basically Ashley came over, and so did Candace. When Ashley first got there, before Candace got there, they're basically talking about Monique saying how her and Chris has not talked to his mom. Since his mom called her a heifer, and she's like, she can call me whatever she want to call me because me and him I'm still his wife. I hope that don't come bite her back in the ass because I feel like I would never want to come between my husband and his mother. If his mom want to call me a heifer, all right, I don't care. My thing is, she not even in our lives enough for her calling me a heifer at a dinner to matter to me. Because again, when she goes home, he's still my husband. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't like your mama live with y'all. Like, I can see if she live there and it's tension and it's issues, she live in a whole nother place. Okay, she live in a whole nother place. So I would not want to cause friction between his mama and the thing is, you don't know when a person's parent will pass. His parents are older. So I would never want my husband to not have a good relationship based on his mama being old and rude to me. I don't care if she don't live here. You can go talk to her. Like, I would be like, no, don't be mad at her. She called me a heifer. I don't care. I call people heifers all dang on day. Hell, I called so-and-so a slut last year. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't make that an issue to be like, yeah, we ain't talked to her in a year, and it don't matter because I'm still his wife. God forbid something happened to that lady, and he stopped talking to her because she called you a heifer. Oh, heifer. Anywho, I'm so petty. Oh, Lord Jesus. As she starts bringing up how, Michael no longer wants her to basically take care of her mom. Now, see, I forgot all about the whole thing with she's helping. She said, I've been paying my mom's bills for a year. That's a long ass time to be paying your parents' bills if they're being just lazy or whatever. But I also feel like if I could afford to pay my mother's bills, I the fuck would. Every day, all day, every goddamn bill. I promise you I would. I don't understand different people who have different kinds of relationships with their parents. I get her mom seems to not be responsible. Her mom got that low down boyfriend who ain't doing good for her, and she's putting herself in a bad predicament. So I think that's a different reason to kind of cut your parent off when they're not trying to help themselves and just not think of you was a great mom to me, and now I can afford to take care of you, and you can just sit back and chill on your own. Versus you were just no good man and he messed up your money, so I gotta help you out because you being stupid. I don't. It's the muddiness in the water, and I also wouldn't. It's just murky water with them. It's a lot to go on because it is her mother, but that is her husband. Her mama needs help, and she's trying to help, but most of the money is from her husband. It's not as if, she's working and paying the bills. You know what I'm saying? And working honestly to pay his goddamn bills. It's kind of money from him, so I can see why he's like, well, I don't want to keep paying your mama bills when she up there fucking that man who ain't doing nothing. And the point of us getting her that house was to be, we'll get you this house if you stop messing with that man, and that man's still there. So, that's also a very tough subject. And then Candace get there, whatever, and then they all sit around the pool smoking cigars. I think people who don't smoke cigars and then they try to sit around and smoke cigars, they look stupid. Ashley and Candace look stupid smoking that cigar. And I feel like Monique looks stupid trying to make them smoke cigars. Monique, you smoke cigars. They don't. So y'all always going to have... That's like if I don't smoke weed, would you smoke weed? I'm coming with you and smoke weed by the pool. I don't smoke weed. It was just stupid to me. I really didn't care. They talk about the ladies a little bit with Candace, not Candace, with Ashley trying to go on in. Ashley's bringing up Robin's issues. I think it's stupid as hell. We see Monique saying how the ladies are her mother's age. Because, again, Candace had not met anyone. Ashley being stuck on Robin and Juan's situation is petty and stupid. Okay? It's the pettiest of the pettiest. It's the stupidest of the stupidest. Simply because your marriage is rockier than their current relationship. So, girl, bye. We'll see a scene where Karen is talking to her 19-year-old daughter. They're like a little spa or whatever. And, she's saying how they were talking. And her daughter kind of got a little bit teary-eyed about the whole thing with her dad, the whole tax stuff or whatever. And she said, like, Dad doesn't really talk about it or whatever, so I don't know what's going on. And then Karen's like, don't be sad, don't cry. This is something that your father has to handle. It's nothing that you can do about it. So don't fret about that because you can't do anything about it. She said, you just need to be strong for your father. I feel like this. When Karen said, our family is going through hard times right now, I feel like for Karen to be saying, Karen ain't in debt. I'm balling. I have all this money. I got this $100,000 car. I have this. I have that. My thing is, if you got it like that, if you balling out of control, okay, if it's money back, it should not be a hard time, because my thing is, it should be think of, oh, Dad had this whole tax thing. It kind of slipped our minds. We're gonna pay that real quick. It should not be a hard time, because you should have it to pay. Because as you say, Karen, you rolling in the dough. So, honey, roll some of the dough over to your husband and help him pay the goddamn tax debt. Because my thing is, why take your family through a hard time when it's your husband who owes some money? Why not take that burden off your husband if it was a simple thing of the business he had some back tax stuff or whatever, and it was just a mistake? I would not want, if I could afford it, I would not allow my husband to be in the news as a person who don't pay their debt if I had it. Because why would I want to be publicly humiliated? Why would I do that if I can afford it? I'm pretty sure if Beyonce and Jay-Z had some tax issues and Jay owed some money, you ain't gonna hear about it because they can afford to pay it. I'm pretty sure if Swiss Beats and Alicia Keys had some tax issues, it would get paid. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like if you got it, and there's some kind of issue, because it's not, I think, because the taxes can be weird. You cannot realize how much you owe. There can be a year that you forgot to file. It can be different things that can happen where you do owe taxes, and they can say, okay, well, you don't know this, but you owe us this amount of money. It only becomes public knowledge when you know about it for a minute and you don't pay it. If you got it, pay it, is all I'm saying. Anywho, we see, oh, I'm so sorry, y'all. I drank one of them things. I don't know where it is. I drank it earlier. We see Robin and Juan at their new house. And I'm like, I don't want to burp on the thing. They're at their new house. And they're basically like in the garage, like looking at all the stuff that's in there. And saying how they did not want to have all this stuff when they moved. And they kind of just talking over old things, looking at old stuff or whatever. And it goes from Robin saying, yeah, I think we can be here for like a couple of years or whatever. Juan saying how much he really likes the house. And then, we see Robin kind of saying, she was sorry that from before she wasn't really contributing to the house bills or whatever when he was playing basketball. And she was just not doing that. And then when the whole thing happened a couple of years ago, I'm sorry, y'all, my eyes itching. When a friend of theirs was supposedly helping them invest some things, and Juan told her, don't trust it, don't invest it. She did it anyway, and said person took all their money, and that's how they ended up losing their house and had a unfortunate bad luck. A lot of things happened that was just bad. And it was funny to see them flash back to season 1 of her talking about that to ladies. Them season 1 wigs all looked bad, bitch. Robin's dye job looked bad. Giselle hair looked bad. Karen hair looked really bad. Sharice's hair looked project bad. Like, it was just really, really bad in season 1 wigs, but it was what it was. But she basically apologizes for not listening to him because he told her not to invest, and they did, and they lost, like, basically everything. What else did she say? And then she was talking about how she was hoping that Juan will go with her to Chris's birthday party that Monique is planning because he's turning 40. They said how her and Monique are not on the best of terms. How at the reunion before, Monique felt like, she was above Robin and Robin was like beneath her or whatever. So like she didn't really like that. But she then bring up and say, like, and then, I was on social media and I saw this meme of me, and it was saying how, like, I looked like I was being bothered by that stuff from the reunion. And I feel like Monique did it. I feel like, she had people making fun of me. I said, Robin, if you don't grow the fuck up, you think I care about... The meme wasn't even mean. The meme was funny. It wasn't mean. It was like her sitting at the reunion, fanning herself. And it said, this is how you act when somebody just read you. It wasn't as if they called her dumb, stupid. It was a funny meme that someone made and that was posted on social media. But she felt like because it was posted on like one of the fan pages for her, that Monique in some way is responsible for it because she's probably either know who posted or it's her posing as a fan page. Who knows? But she said she want to talk about it later. I feel like, Robin, you need to grow the fuck up and not care about a goddamn meme being posted on social media. No. Because it's not... It wasn't a meme that was funny mean. And I mean MEAN. I think there's a difference between posting a picture of someone that's funny to some but hurtful to one person. I don't think Robin should really be hurt that someone said because she was fanning herself like she was hot because she was in the hot seat. Girl, bye. I thought it was just too much. Even we see Ashley and Michael talking, and basically he's telling her, I need you to speak with your mom and let her know that, Moneybag is being cut off. She needs to kind of do her own thing. We told her that we would only get her the house if she got rid of that toxic boyfriend. She hasn't done that. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if she ain't done it, then the house should go away. Put her ass out. Bottom line, me, myself, if I would not have bought someone a house and said, okay, once we buy you this house, you then need to get rid of A, B, C, and D. I would have said no. In order for us to buy you the house, he has to go away now. That would have been my stipulation. But, they do things differently. And Ashley just feels like, well, how can I tell her that she has to get rid of him? And they've been together for 15 years. It's a long relationship. Like, that's not, how do I say that to someone? And not only that, it's your mama. Okay, it's your mother. So I'm like, I can completely get how she's confused about what she should do. But, that's what happens when you marry somebody and they got all the money. So, they had a birthday party. The birthday party for the main part was cute. It was nice. Everybody came in their little white t-shirts because they all he wears white tees and jeans. He came in a purple shirt. Monique's husband Chris said, because he's losing weight and some of his other clothes don't fit, so he wear where he can fit. We see how Sharice is there, and the weirdest of the shoes. I never get when people wear weird shoes that seem like they're uncomfortable to walk in. But I think some people are just more comfortable in heels. I have never liked heels. I like boots. I like wedge heels, but I've never really been a heel girl. I look cute in them, and I'll wear them, but I'll be like, my feet hurt. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to wear shoes. After like 2 or 3 hours, my feet hurt. I'm like, no, I want to be comfy, cozy. I've always been that way. So, them shoes to me did not look comfortable. And that's just they look like they were not comfortable, but they were stylish. And I don't like to substitute comfort for style. Like, I'd rather have something that's stylish and comfortable. That's just my personal opinion, and I can't wait for the weather to break so I can start posting pictures of my daily outfits that I do on Instagram. Can't wait, bitch. Right now the weather here is just stupid. It's cold. It was an ice storm this morning in April in Michigan. Yes, it's crazy. Anywho, Karen and Ray is also there. They did look younger. It was funny because Ashley's husband Michael said, "You guys look really young and young and," he said young and something else. And I said they do. I guess they drank from the fountain of youth that day, and it's Kane looking about 5 years younger. He also offers to help them. Like, if there's anything I can do to help, you always call on people that that can help you, whatever. And Karen, he needs to keep his goddamn help to himself. No, he shouldn't have. Ask that man, how can he help? Even if it's not a financial situation, it could be something where it's informational, something that you didn't know. Okay, don't turn down sound advice and sound help from someone because you don't want to seem like you need the money. Don't do it to yourself. We see Chris's father is there, but not his mother. And I'm like, oh, so sad. His former teammates are there, giving little speeches or whatever about how he was or how he used to be, and just nice words. And Candace is there. Candace is there with her white husband, who seems to, for the most part, be getting along with all the black people because he's, but I'm like, I think he must have been raised around us because he seems very fluid in the African American persuasion. So he wasn't a typical white boy. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't, and I can see that. But again, her whole thing is this man that she's married to, and he's white and she's black. Okay, I see it. At the one point, he jumped in the pool, but he jumped in the pool. Someone came and got him, and they both jumped in the pool. It was a black guy too. They took their clothes off. They had on their t-shirts and boxers or whatever, and they jumped in the pool. And she's like, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. I brought this white man to this black party. Look what he did. You see, girl. I'm so sorry, y'all. Excuse me. Get over it. You marrying a man. He happens to be white. Love him and don't keep making it a race issue right now. Because everybody liked him. I don't see Ashley mentioning much the fact that she happens to have a white husband. They're just married. Then they mention how they age issues and how he how he got money and she didn't, but it's what it is. We then see Robin and Monique having that little argument or whatever. Robin brings up to Monique, hey, because Monique says, I feel like we have issues that need to be resolved, and I just wonder what your issue is with me. And she brought up, how you would say that I'm kind of just beneath you or whatever. And then I was on social media. I saw this meme that, your fan page posted, and I felt like you had something to do with it. And Monique was like, what? You think I have time to? We know, Monique, you ain't got time to be a mama. You ain't got time for nothing. You so busy, you don't have time to be busy. We know, we get it. Oh my God. But she's like, I don't have time to do that. I wouldn't do that. Robin's like, I think that you paid people to do it, and because she's like, you liked the picture. Well, it was funny, so I liked it. And she's like, no, I think you know who posted it. You had someone post it, and it was a whole just dumb argument of, if I want to post a meme, I do it on my own page. I don't have to pay anybody. And Robert is insinuating that she has family members running these fan pages, and she has people on payroll to run fan pages to print or to post what she thinks could be shade about stuff or whatnot. I mean, it's not far-fetched. I don't know if it's accurate, but I also don't doubt it. It can go either way. I think Monique season 1 is different now in season 2. She had a whole season to see how she was, how did she not want to be, how she knew she could be a little bit extra. And I think this season she's feeding into all of that. This been her second season, and she does not want to be as timid as she was for the first season. So I don't put it past her to be like, I need to create some buzz. If I had these fan pages posting stuff, maybe it would be a little bit, I could be a little bit more interesting to the producers and the cast. I can maybe get more money. But on the same token, I don't see her wanting to do that. I can see it both ways. I do think this is the wrong time for them to talk about it, but at the same time, Monique brought it up, so you can't open a goddamn door and get pissed off when I walk the fuck through it. So yeah. Monique stormed off. I can't believe this. I'm not, you gotta be up here yelling and fussing and cussing at my man party. I don't care about this. She then go to Chris, I can't believe, I'm just so mad. This ain't supposed to be about you. Then why are you telling him this? Like, why even feed into it? It was so little. The fact that she got so mad made me think she really did it. Because it was so, I'm like, why you can, I was like, girl, I don't know that page. I saw a meme, thought it was funny, it was what it was. My bad if it offended you. I would love it at that. But she got offended as if she was like, you slept with my man last night. No, I didn't fuck your man last night. She was really, really upset. I'm looking like, girl, bye. We then see Robin and Ashley outside having a conversation after the whole situation with Robin and Monique. And Robin was more talking to Charisse about what happened. Ashley walked up. You can tell Robin kind of did not want to continue the conversation. You could tell that she wanted to kind of nip it in the bud and not even interact with Ashley, but she kept talking. At this point, Ashley brings up, well, you're not in the best situation, to be, what did she say? She said, no, because, the issue with Robin and Ashley is Robin feels as if Ashley degrades her relationship with Juan, and she's consistently talking negatively about it, which she is, because what she got up and said was, you don't have any idea what it's like to be with a man who has it all, then loses it. He left. He did things. We got divorced. He called. We reconciled. He said, can he come home? I said yes. And once he got home, we had a conversation of him going back to school, getting this, getting that, getting his dream job of coaching, in college, and he did that. And what pissed me off is then Ashley then said, well, he went and did all his dirt and then kind of just twiddle back to you. Well, bitch, it does not matter why he came back. The point is, people get divorced, they do things in the midst of it, and they come back together. If we back together, why do you give a fuck so much when your husband, as Karen said in the last episode, got his dangling all up and through people's inboxes and stuff and DMing people like that? What do you care so much about Robin's situation when your goddamn mama can't afford to pay her bills? It really pissed me off that Ashley is so enthralled and so just equipped to be like, you're not in a situation that is conducive to being happy, and you don't have to be with him to raise happy kids. Bitch, who are you to talk about what her kids could be or should be happy? If her and Juan want to be in the same household and be a couple together or uncoupled together to raise their boys, who are you to question that you're not their mother, their father, or nothing like that? So girl, the fuck bye. Look, Ashley pissed me off. I hate when anyone says to somebody, tell them what they should do as far to keep doing it. Like you gave your opinion last season and she told you, I don't want it. So for you to come back this season and do the exact same bullshit that you did this time, but did last time, this time, but then you put in the whole thing of he left you and cheated on you, he did all this stuff, and you took him back anyway. Was that before or after? She's like, it was all after. It was he went and came back to me after he did all this dirt or whatever. He did all this stuff before, and that it was what it was. He wasn't doing all this stuff when we are now back together. But my thing is, even if he is, what the fuck does it matter to you? Because who dick I suck does not make you come either way. Okay? So, girl, the fuck bye. I mean, Ashley pissed me off. I understood Robin's anger at her because my thing is, why are you so concerned with my goddamn marriage, bitch, or my relationship when you and your husband beefed out? Okay, he don't want to pay your mom goddamn bills. He put your ass out. And you had to go get a goddamn lease, sub lease somewhere. Miss me with the bullshit, cause your situation ain't too happy either. Okay. Anywho, Monique walk up and then she kind of be like, see, that's Robin. She can throw it, she can ditch it, but she can't. She always want to walk away. And I feel like Monique, as a mother, should know when anyone speaks on what a parent can do about their children, you get pissed off. So my thing is for her to kind of come in and tailgate of that and be like, well, yes, she always want to run away from a situation was utter bullshit too. And they both pissed me off. At this point, fuck Monique and fuck Ashley, and I'm done. Okay, and that's how the episode went off, people. So, other than that, I am Jay Lee. It is 4:20 in the morning. For people who smoke, go get high. But other than that, I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. Peace.